A very good morning to all of you. You're watching Karan's channel for Palmistry. I am Prabhakaran here. You can see the palm of Mr. Bill Gates here in front of me. The other palm is of Mr. Elon Musk. He is today's richest man, whereas Mr. Bill Gates was one of the richest. Today he must be placed maybe in the 4th or 5th, if I am correct. Here I am analyzing the two personalities, their abilities to take risk. As a businessman, risk-taking abilities is a foremost ability to know when to take risk and when not to take risk, and who is a safe player. If you look at Bill Gates, you will see that his Jupiter finger or index finger is shorter than his Sun or Apollo finger, that is the ring finger. If you see that the Sun or the ring finger is just way short of the middle finger, people with long Sun or Apollo finger, that is ring finger, tend to take more risk. But if you compare his Jupiter, that is the index finger, you will see it is way short in terms of the height relating to this. People whose Jupiter or index finger should match the more or less the same height. If they are a balanced risk taker, they will tend to have Jupiter finger and the Apollo finger on more or less the same length in terms of height. When you compare, I will show you the comparative distance between. Here you can see that this is Elon Musk's Apollo finger or ring finger, which is marginally shorter than his middle finger, which is called the Saturn, whereas his Jupiter finger is long, though it is shorter than, it is comparatively longer than Mr. Bill Gates. You must have noticed that Elon Musk has taken huge risk in his life. When he started off his SpaceX, his first venture and second venture to launch his spacecraft was an absolute failure. Everybody were keeping their fingers crossed, but the third attempt by Mr. Elon Musk was successful. He proved to the world that other than NASA, a private individual also can accomplish and put aircrafts into space. He's got huge ambitions of sending out people to the Mars as a vacation, which he is more likely to achieve. If you compare Bill Gates, you will notice that his leadership qualities and his risk-taking abilities are comparatively lesser because he doesn't believe in himself as much as Mr. Elon Musk. So people who have smaller index finger than their ring finger, that is the Apollo finger, should avoid taking risks. And if they end up taking risk, they will end up losing because there is a mismatch of their abilities. So even though Bill Gates has been a safe player, but he was quick to pounce upon opportunities which made him one of the richest person. The other quality is his communication skills are very good. If you see that his little finger is taller than the first palang of the ring finger, that is the Apollo finger. His Mercury mount is also well developed. If you go to his thumb, you will see this part of his thumb, which shows that he is very determined person. This is his willpower, and this part which is from here to here is his logic that he applies. His willpower and his logic are balanced, but his risk-taking abilities is comparatively lesser than Elon Musk. If you take here, if you identify, if you see this, if you see Elon Musk's little finger here, the little finger here, the Mercury finger, even the Mercury finger is longer than the first palang, which shows that his Mercury mount and his communication skills are good. His Jupiter leadership qualities are good. His Sun or Apollo fingers are also excellent. If you look down to his thumb, which shows a person who's very, very determined, his top part of the thumb represents his willpower, and the bottom part from here to here is his logical power. He has got a very good willpower and a logical power backing him, which is balanced. The advantage of Elon Musk is his superior leadership qualities, his ability to believe in himself. That is the reason today the whole world is ready to pump in money for many of the ventures that he is going after. So people, when you are trying to see, should learn lessons from the leaders of business class about how to take risk and when to take risk. And the best palm is where the polo finger and the index finger, that is the Jupiter, should be equal. If you have noticed Modi's palms, you will notice that the Jupiter, this is the Apollo and the Jupiter finger, both are of the same height, indicating even though it is extraordinarily long, but he is a balanced risk taker, whereas Elon Musk takes bigger than what most people in the history have done. He has proved his abilities by taking risk, but that those risks were equally balanced by his potential and leadership skills. So people, all businessmen should make sure that if they have a balanced index finger and ring finger, they will not be taking unnecessary risks. Whereas in Elon Musk's case, his planning, his other things helped him out. See, most of his planets are well developed. His Jupiter or mount is well developed. His Mercury is well developed. His Mars, both the mounts of Mars are extremely well developed. This indicates his high levels of courage to do he which he possesses in plenty. His moon mount is also very well built, which indicates his imagination. If you compare Bill Gates' Mars mount, his outer Mars is robust, whereas his inner Mars is not as developed. So his self-belief in himself will be less. They will not have, the people with lesser Mars, the underdeveloped Mars, will have inner fears or doubts about their abilities, whereas people with excellent Mars have the ability to take on things boldly. So both your Mars should be developed, that is your outer Mars and your inner Mars mounts should and must be. Only such type of personalities have the ability to face any type of daunting challenges. People with extraordinary mount, especially the Mars, join the military because of their courage, their ability, physical strength, mental strength. Also, if you look at Musk's headline is also very clear, which seems to say that he is a very good decision maker. So is the case of Bill Gates. His lines are straight and he is a very practical, clear thinking person. These are the qualities that should be seen while taking any major decisions. If you compare the mount of Jupiter is good in Bill Gates, but his Mars is weak, his Saturn is weak, whereas his Mercury mount is strong. His outer Mercury is also strong. His moon mount is also not as developed as his Mars and Jupiter. So Elon Musk has got a definite edge over Bill Gates in some of the aspects which are needed to take risky ventures, but his venture was backed, as it was a calculated venture which made him successful. He will continue to make many more successful ventures, though it will looks very risky. I will wind up this session. If you have any queries or any comments, you can post it on my comment section so that I can answer them. Hope you enjoyed my explanation on this topic called risk-taking abilities between the two icons, business icons of America, that is, one is Bill Gates and the other is Elon Musk. Thank you, one and all. Have a nice day.